So, we're in southern Spain, this time to ride the new Speed Twin 900. Before it's just called the Speed Twin, but now it's called that Speed Twin 900 because we've got a 1200. So the engine remains the same as before, same parallel twin, all about the torque, big torque, low down in the RPM. But what they've done is revise the chassis, revise the electronics and revise the looks. So let me give you a little tour. So what do we have? We have from the front going backwards, upside down forks, bigger, beefier, less flex. Before they were conventional forks, now they're upside down. Both wheels are completely new and lighter. Brakes have been revised, they're a bigger disc, still single, with 4-pot caliper, new headlight, new clocks, new switchgear. The ABS is actually lean sensitive because we've got an IMU in there. Engine, we've said, is near enough the same as before, but it's now Euro 5 Plus, which means new exhaust and new fueling, but it is the same power, same torque as before. New fuel tank, new shape, new styling, new side panel. I believe this area on the subframe is different because the seat height has gone up, but it's actually narrower. New twin shocks, new wheel on the back which is lighter, wheelbase is shorter, swinging arm is completely different, and now we've got lean sensitive traction control. So that's lean sensitive ABS and lean sensitive traction control. To get into all those modes, we've got a new single digital clock which has got Bluetooth connectivity. So yeah, quite a significant update for 2025.
So this is incredibly easy to ride. I've just left it in 4th and I'm just using that 2 to 4,000 RPM. Like peak torque's less than 4,000. It's really soft and really easy and just rolls into corners. I get 2 feet on the ground easily, despite being a dwarf, despite the seat height increasing. Feels quite roomy. 1 finger on the brakes is all that's really needed because it's just a single disc on the front, and we're just taking it steady and enjoying 18 degrees heat in a few days before Christmas. Sounds good, looks good, feels good, is easy, manageable, soft, comfortable. A bit unsure about the clocks. I like the clocks, they're easy to navigate, easy to use, but I think some might prefer the old twin dial. Oh, we're stopping here, are we? The old twin dial style, I think. We're not riding fast, but we're not riding slow. We're getting a decent pace on. The pegs just touch then, and it's doing what you want it to do. Brakes have much improved. There's still a single disc. And I remember when I rode the previous bike, there was a big argument for we need a twin disc, but I don't think you do. Because you're never really slamming on the brakes, you're just brushing the lever really. Nice feel to them, strong enough. Lovely. So we're just wobbling through this little village in 3rd gear at no RPM, and the fueling is lovely. It is so soft. You can just tickle the thing, you don't even need to use any RPM. It's like less than 2,000, 1,500 RPM in 4th gear. Remember, we've only got 5 gears. Roll it through, really really soft. This is such a easy bike to ride. What the feck is that? It's an Elvis shrine car. The whole bike window is Elvis stickers, and there are a lot of Elvises all over the dash. Class. It's so much better now. We've got a little bit of heat. Oops, sorry. Oh, and that's why you need cornering ABS. Perfect example. Got a bit too giddy, pegs on the floor, go into a corner, little bit green, little bit sketchy. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Jeez, there's not going to be any pegs left.
We're just wrapping up 150 kilometers today on Triumph's new Street Twin 900, which is just over £9,000 in the UK, and this is their kind of middleweight modern sports classic type bike. So instead of being real traditional classic, Triumph have just tried to modernise it a little bit, make it a little bit more sporty, give it a little bit more of an edge without changing the power and the torque. So the engine remains the same. It's now Euro 5 plus compliant, but it's got the same horsepower, it's got the same torque at the same RPM. I think it's 80 newton meters of torque at 3,800 RPM, so it's all about the torque. Just over 60 horsepower, if I remember rightly, peak power. In terms of weight, overall weight is exactly the same as it was before, even though the swinging arm is lighter and the wheels are a bit lighter, but they've had to add bigger forks, so you've got 43mm inverted or upside down forks rather than the conventional forks, which were 41mm before, so they're a bit heavier. So in some areas it's got heavier, somewhere it's got lighter, but overall it's the same. Wheelbase is shorter because the swinging arm is shorter, so that gives it a little bit more of a sporty edge, but they've not gone too sporty because we've still got an 18-inch front wheel. Single disc on the front, they've not gone for two, but they have improved the braking and it does feel stronger even though it's stopping the same weight, so those brakes are improved over before. But now you've got cornering ABS and cornering traction control, 2 rider modes, new dash, which I think is going to be controversial because it's TFT connectivity digital dash, not analog like it was previously. In terms of the design and colour, there's a lot of changes there. The colours are really nice, the mixes and the changes and what Triumph have given us are really nice. You have to pay, I think it's an extra £350 for the different colours, which I think it looks great. In terms of overall design, it's kind of tweaks and touches, but you have to tip your hat off to Triumph because they've done a lot of work with the design, because it's really difficult to make a new bike look like an old bike, because a new bike has to have a massive catalytic converter, it has to have an IMU, it has lots of wiring, it's water cooled, not air cooled. However, this has air cooled fins, so it looks like an air cooled bike, but it's obviously water cooled. In terms of how it performs on the road, it's soft, it's easy to manage, the fueling is very soft. I don't really think there's a need for a rain mode because it's so easy and so fluid and so soft off the bottom. It's not sharp in any way. This is a big friendly Labrador that sits in front of the fire all day. In terms of handling, it's very easy. It's not sharp, it's just rolls into the corner onto that quite large 18-inch front tyre. The pegs do touch down, tickle from time to time, but you've got to ride fairly aggressive to start scraping the undercarriage on the Spanish tarmac. Conditions today haven't been brilliant, which is kind of highlighted why it's got cornering traction control and why it's got cornering ABS, because there was a few occasions where I went into the corner and I was like braking and I was thinking it's a bit sketchy, it's a bit wet, but I had that ABS to save me. So overall what Triumph have done is given us a slightly sportier, slightly more stylish Street Twin 900 with extra safety from the ABS and the traction control, but they've not lost any of that character and ease of use, and it's very easily to personalise. In terms of competition, Probably Guzzi's V7, which is going to be new for 2025. I think that's got rider aids as well. They're going to be cornering. You've got Ducati Scrambler maybe. You've got Tremso and Bonneville. So there's a lot of choice and a lot of bikes in this category. But on the surface, it might not seem like a massive jump for Triumph, but they've definitely improved their new Street Twin 2025.